Every generation has a machine that reminds us why we fell in love with the open road. That moment when raw metal, speed, and purpose align to create something more than transportation. It is not about specs on paper or the size of the engine. It is about connection, about how a well-built machine can turn a commute into a ritual. Riders and drivers alike chase that perfect blend of heritage and innovation. The kind of engineering that makes you feel every pulse of the road but still trusts technology to refine the experience. Today, we explore one of those rare modern icons. A machine that carries the past on its shoulders while carving a new identity for the future of American performance. If you enjoy stories that uncover the soul behind modern engineering, remember to like this video, subscribe for more deep dives, and tell us in the comments which model you want to see next. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber enters the scene as a deliberate throwback dressed in modern muscle. A motorcycle that captures the silhouette of classic American cruisers yet rides with the precision of contemporary engineering. This is not a reinvention of the Scout name but an evolution of it. One that acknowledges a century of lineage while refusing to be stuck in nostalgia. From the first glance, the bike communicates purpose. Its low stance, trimmed fenders, and blacked-out details tell you this machine is more about attitude than ornament. But beneath the familiar lines lies a completely new foundation. Indian Motorcycles has redesigned nearly every critical element to create a riding experience that appeals not just to loyalists, but also to those discovering the brand for the first time. To understand what makes the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber different, you have to go back to its philosophy. The original Scout was born in an era when simplicity was power. Fewer parts meant fewer failures, and every ounce of steel had a job to do. The 2024 version borrows that philosophy but filters it through the expectations of modern riders who demand reliability, safety, and performance at once. It carries a 1,250 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled engine engineered for broad torque delivery. The kind of pull that makes city cruising effortless and highway overtakes immediate. Yet, despite the power, the machine remains approachable. Indian has designed the throttle response and gearing to favor smooth acceleration rather than shock value. It feels strong without feeling overwhelming. Balanced, not brutish. The chassis design of the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber is equally intentional. Built on a tubular steel frame, it offers rigidity without excessive weight. The geometry provides a planted stance while maintaining agility at low speeds. The suspension, though minimalist in appearance, has been retuned for better damping across uneven asphalt. A crucial upgrade for those who use their bike as more than weekend art. The low seat height keeps the rider integrated with the bike's mass, giving that sense of control that turns cautious riders into confident ones. The ergonomics are pure bobber. Forward controls, low bars, and a slightly hunched position that emphasizes the road ahead. Yet subtle adjustments in handlebar sweep and seat padding make longer rides more bearable than they were in previous generations. A major talking point for the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber is its technology package. On the surface, the bike looks analog, but hidden within that simplicity are modern touches. Ride modes tailor throttle response and traction control for different conditions. ABS comes standard, ensuring confident stops even under stress. The lighting is full LED, offering both style and safety. A compact digital display replaces bulky gauges, giving riders all the necessary information in a layout that feels intentionally minimal. These additions are not meant to transform the Bobber into a tech showpiece. They are meant to support the ride, not overshadow it. Visually, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber retains what fans loved about its predecessors but sharpens the details. The tires are still thick and aggressive, the stance still squat and muscular. But closer inspection reveals refined welds, cleaner cable routing, and a more cohesive use of materials. The finish quality has improved, with powder-coated components that resist corrosion and age gracefully. Indian has clearly aimed to position the Bobber as a premium piece of craftsmanship, without turning it into something inaccessible. It looks handmade but feels engineered. That is a rare balance to strike in today's market. Riding the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber is an experience that engages both emotion and logic. Fire it up, and you hear a tone that feels authentic to the brand's character. Deep, rhythmic, and unforced. On the move, the bike feels planted and responsive. Steering is predictable, braking precise, and acceleration immediate without drama. There is enough power to satisfy experienced riders, yet its linear delivery ensures that newcomers can handle it with confidence. This duality, The ability to be both approachable and exhilarating is what defines its charm. It is not a machine that demands to be tamed. It invites you to learn its rhythm and rewards you when you do. The marketplace for cruisers in 2024 is not what it once was. Riders want more than heritage badges. They want authenticity paired with usability. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber answers that demand by keeping its old-school looks but infusing just enough sophistication to feel relevant. It is an American icon speaking the language of the modern era. In an environment where every competitor is chasing either extreme performance or retro purity, the Bobber sits comfortably in between. It feels grounded, confident, and deliberately human in a world of increasing digital separation. Design decisions like the tank shape, the wheelbase, and the seat contour all tell a story. They show how Indians studied both rider feedback and mechanical heritage to refine form and function. Even small touches, like the new switchgear layout and the improved clutch engagement, demonstrate that evolution can happen in the details. The bike does not scream for attention. It earns it through coherence. Each piece fits into a larger philosophy. Make the ride immersive, not complicated. There is also the cultural layer. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber is more than a motorcycle. It represents how an American manufacturer can reinterpret its past for a generation raised on digital performance. In doing so, it bridges a gap between eras. Older riders see the continuation of a legacy they once dreamed about, while younger enthusiasts see a raw, authentic counterpoint to overproduced machines. It succeeds because it respects both viewpoints. It does not lecture with history but converses with it. So, what does the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber ultimately represent? It is the answer to a question that has hovered over the motorcycle world for years. Can a machine embody heritage without becoming a museum piece? The Bobber's existence proves that it can. Its presence on the road feels timeless yet undeniably modern. The kind of synthesis that only happens when designers stop chasing trends and start trusting their own story. Next, we will dive deeper into how Indian achieved that synthesis by examining the engineering mindset and design process that shaped the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber. Understanding the precise balance between performance, comfort, and emotion that defines its ride. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber embodies a design philosophy that values restraint as much as power. Every curve, weld, and mechanical decision reveals an intent to refine rather than reinvent. This philosophy runs through the engineering process, where Indian's development team faced a crucial challenge. How to keep the Bobber's visual simplicity while upgrading performance to meet contemporary standards. At the center of that challenge is the engine. The 1,250 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin powering the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber is not a copy of earlier designs but a reimagined core built for durability, thermal efficiency, and balanced torque delivery. Its character defines the ride. Smooth at low RPM, muscular in the mid-range, and still civilized when pushed toward the limit. The goal was to give the rider authority without intimidation, and that required careful calibration of the electronic management systems behind the scenes. This engine's performance profile comes from extensive computational modeling followed by real-world tuning. Engineers work to deliver consistent torque across a wide band rather than chasing headline horsepower. The result is a machine that feels predictable in traffic, yet thrilling on open roads. Fuel mapping adjusts automatically to conditions, ensuring the bike runs efficiently across altitudes and temperatures. Combined with revised gearing, it allows for relaxed cruising at highway speeds without dulling response when the throttle opens. The exhaust system, tuned for resonance and compliance, gives the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber its unmistakable voice. Deep enough to stir emotion yet refined enough to stay within modern sound regulations. This balance between compliance and character is a microcosm of the entire motorcycle. Beyond the engine, one of the key upgrades lies in the frame and suspension. The frame uses high-strength tubular steel that resists flex under heavy load while maintaining a traditional aesthetic. It is the unseen backbone that shapes the Bobber's road manners. Geometry updates improve front-end stability and mid-corner confidence. You feel it the first time the bike leans in without hesitation. The suspension setup, with cartridge forks and preload adjustable rear shocks, has been tuned for a wider range of riders. Where older models demanded compromise, firm for precision or soft for comfort, the 2024 iteration finds equilibrium. The ride feels composed across rough surfaces. It absorbs bumps without losing the tactile connection that cruiser fans value. Every small adjustment in damping reflects Indian's understanding that comfort and feedback are not opposites but partners. Braking components on the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber have also advanced quietly but effectively. Dual front discs with modern calipers provide consistent, fade-resistant performance. Rear braking remains progressive and easy to modulate. The inclusion of ABS as standard shows Indian's pragmatic approach to safety. Technology is used as an invisible ally rather than a marketing headline. The result is control that feels organic. Stopping power matches the engine's output. No surprises, no panic. The Bobber encourages riders to push with confidence because it communicates its limits clearly. Styling often overshadows mechanics in cruiser design, but the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber integrates both. Every visual choice serves a structural or ergonomic purpose. The cut fenders reduce unsprung weight. The teardrop tank narrows toward the seat for better knee grip. Even the bar end mirrors and mid-size tires are functional aesthetics. They look purposeful because they are. The blacked-out treatment is more than fashion. It conceals road wear and adds a modern edge to the classic silhouette. Under different lighting, the bike shifts personality, from subtle sophistication in daylight to an aggressive stance at night. Riders see not just a machine but a reflection of their own style. From a rider interface standpoint, Indian took a thoughtful approach. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber's new digital cluster condenses critical information into a clean, legible display. It gives data without distraction. The minimal switchgear avoids the clutter seen on many modern bikes. Each button feels intuitive. Connectivity options are subtle. Riders can link devices for navigation or performance tracking, but nothing about it feels forced. This discretion maintains the analog feel that riders expect while acknowledging the conveniences of 2024. It is a motorcycle that respects both eras. The one where you rode by instinct and the one where precision electronics quietly kept you safe. Weight distribution and ergonomics play a crucial role in defining how the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber feels on the road. Its center of gravity is low, and that transforms parking lot maneuvering from a chore into an extension of body movement. The forward controls stretch the legs just enough for cruiser posture without numbing comfort. The bars are slightly pulled back to reduce shoulder strain during long rides. Even small design choices, like the seat padding thickness and rear set foot peg angle, reflect deliberate testing. Each one contributes to that sense of unity between rider and machine, the feeling that you are not perched on a bike but integrated with it. The engineering journey of the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber also reveals how performance is no longer defined solely by numbers. In an era obsessed with top speed and horsepower bragging rights, Indian took a different route. They optimized balance, response, and emotional feedback. That is a harder target to hit because it cannot be measured easily, but once you ride the bike, you understand the intent. The throttle feels organic. The steering communicates texture from the road without harshness. The transmission shifts with precision but not stiffness. These sensations combine to create a motorcycle that feels alive without being demanding. Material choice plays a major part in this refinement. Aluminum components replace steel where possible to reduce weight. Heat-treated alloys maintain rigidity. Finishes are durable and chosen for longevity in varying climates. Cables are routed internally to maintain the Bobber's clean look and reduce wear. Indian's engineers approached the 2024 model with the mindset of craftsmen who build machines meant to last decades, not seasons. In that sense, it reflects a broader cultural return to quality over novelty. Yet, despite the engineering discipline, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber remains an emotional machine. It is designed for people who want to feel connected to what they ride, to sense the pulse of each piston and the resistance of the wind. The technical details, torque curves, metallurgy, geometry, serve that emotional goal. This is the rare motorcycle where science works quietly behind the curtain so that art can take the stage. It speaks not through gadgets or bright screens but through motion and response. The designers wanted you to sense pride every time you glance back after parking it. That subconscious attachment that defines great vehicles across generations. Rivals exist, of course, and they push in different directions. Some emphasize aggressive power. Others lean into digital integration. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber sits between those extremes. It delivers enough performance to satisfy sport-minded riders but retains the raw simplicity that defines true cruisers. That middle ground might seem modest, but it represents clarity of purpose. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber represents more than just another model year. It signals a cultural evolution for American motorcycling. To understand its broader meaning, we need to consider how riding itself has changed. A generation ago, motorcycles were often symbols of rebellion or mechanical fascination. Today, they serve a different purpose: connection. Riders seek experiences that combine authenticity, performance, and personal expression without the excess or pretense of luxury machines. In that landscape, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber becomes a symbol of balance. It bridges the generational divide by offering both simplicity and sophistication. It speaks to those who grew up admiring the roar of carbureted engines and to newcomers drawn by modern refinement. When riders climb onto the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber, they enter a conversation with history. The shape of the tank, the angle of the handlebars, and the stance of the rear will all whisper reminders of mid-century machines that once defined American freedom. But this time, the story includes progress. Liquid cooling, electronic aids, and structural engineering all ensure that this classic form meets modern function. The Bobber's success lies not in imitation but translation. It converts nostalgia into performance, transforming memory into movement. For many riders, that synthesis feels like coming home, but to a home that has been beautifully rebuilt for the modern age. The influence of the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber also extends to how people perceive what an American cruiser can be. For decades, cruisers were associated with excess: large engines, heavy chrome, and intimidating proportions. The Bobber challenges that stereotype. Its stance is compact, its design disciplined, its power focused rather than flamboyant. It demonstrates that strength does not need to be loud, and presence does not rely on size. This shift mirrors a broader cultural change in how people value craftsmanship and authenticity. In the Bobber, every bolt, weld, and curve contributes to an understated confidence that resonates with modern riders. It is mechanical honesty made tangible. Riding culture has always reflected social rhythm, and the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber fits the tempo of the current moment. We live in an era where attention spans are shorter, yet appreciation for experience is deeper. Riders no longer want machines that dominate their lives. They want machines that complement them. The Bobber does that perfectly. Its ease of use makes short commutes enjoyable, while its character rewards long weekends on open roads. It integrates seamlessly into life, rather than demanding devotion. That versatility gives it emotional longevity. You do not outgrow the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber. You grow with it. Another reason the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber stands out is the authenticity of its brand's storytelling. Instead of leaning heavily on nostalgia marketing, Indian Motorcycles has chosen subtlety. They reference heritage through design cues but let the riding experience speak for itself. When you accelerate, when you corner, when you stop, the feedback loop between machine and rider tells the story of craftsmanship, not marketing. This is crucial in a world where authenticity has become rare. The Bobber feels genuine because it is built with intent rather than image. That authenticity becomes the foundation of trust between the rider and the brand. The cultural impact also shows in how the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber attracts diverse riders. It appeals equally to veterans of the road and those new to the lifestyle. It breaks stereotypes about what a cruiser must be, no longer confined to a particular age or aesthetic. Younger riders appreciate its minimalism and design discipline. Experienced riders value its composure and respect for mechanical tradition. In that sense, the Bobber functions almost like a cultural equalizer. It opens the door for dialogue among generations, proving that passion for the ride transcends trends. Beyond personal experience, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber represents a shift in manufacturing philosophy. It shows how American engineering can evolve without losing soul. The materials, the assembly precision, and the user-focused design demonstrate that quality can coexist with accessibility. The Bobber does not chase exotic performance numbers. Instead, it delivers consistent excellence through precision and reliability. This approach sets a new standard for what an American-made cruiser can achieve. It also sends a message to the global motorcycle community. The United States still produces machines that blend emotion with engineering discipline. On the road, this balance becomes tangible. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber feels equally at home rolling through city streets or sweeping through rural highways. Its torque-rich engine delivers instant response, while its chassis inspires trust. Riders describe a sense of calm control. Every input returns a proportional, intuitive result. That feedback loop is addictive. It transforms every ride into meditation on motion. The bike's presence commands attention, not because it shouts, but because it moves with quiet assurance. You do not ride the bobber to impress others. You ride it to reconnect with yourself. This emotional resonance explains why the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber has drawn attention beyond the motorcycle press. It appears in art photography, in design showcases, and in lifestyle culture as an emblem of modern Americana. It symbolizes a generation rediscovering mechanical purity in a digital world. Its visual language, compact proportions, raw finishes, functional beauty, aligns with a broader aesthetic movement that values authenticity over ornament. This connection between design and cultural identity gives the bobber longevity beyond typical product cycles. It is not bound by fashion. It is anchored by purpose. When viewed through a long-term lens, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber may represent a pivotal moment in American motorcycle history. It proves that progress can occur without abandonment of tradition. It redefines how heritage brands evolve, through refinement rather than reinvention, through courage to simplify rather than complicate. Its influence will likely extend into future models, encouraging manufacturers to pursue clarity of design and purpose-driven innovation. It sets a benchmark for how legacy can become a living, breathing part of the modern world, rather than a museum exhibit. In cultural terms, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber stands as both an artifact and a catalyst. It preserves the narrative of freedom that motorcycles have always represented, while modernizing the expression of that freedom. Each ride becomes a small act of continuity, honoring the past while embracing the future. The sound, the vibration, the forward motion all become reminders that craftsmanship and creativity still matter. It encourages riders to value authenticity not as nostalgia, but as an enduring principle. The significance of the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber lies in how it changes expectations. It invites people to imagine what the next generation of cruisers could be if designers continue to blend simplicity with technology, performance with soul. It challenges the notion that modernization must come at the expense of personality. It demonstrates that progress and tradition can ride together, side by side, on the same stretch of asphalt. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber ultimately represents a rare moment of alignment between engineering, culture, and emotion. It stands as proof that the evolution of the American cruiser is not a story of replacement but renewal. Riders often talk about connection, the sense that a machine understands its purpose as clearly as its rider does. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber captures that bond by combining mechanical honesty with modern refinement. It delivers raw character without roughness, power without arrogance, and nostalgia without stagnation. Every design choice and engineering detail serves one message: a true cruiser should feel timeless the moment you start it. For the rider, this means something profound. The 2024 Indian Scout Bobber transforms daily rides into experiences of presence. Its torque-rich engine and grounded stance encourage focus on the rhythm of the road. Its balance between analog feel and digital support invites confidence without dependency. It does not ask the rider to master it, but to engage with it. That engagement becomes a conversation, between throttle and heart rate, between vibration and thought. The more time you spend with the bike, the clearer it becomes that its design encourages mindfulness through motion. That is the essence of a great motorcycle. Not how far or how fast it goes, but how deeply it makes you feel. In the context of brand legacy, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber marks a strategic and emotional milestone. It reaffirms Indian motorcycle's place as a guardian of American motorcycling heritage while showcasing that innovation can honor, not erase, tradition. The model functions as both a reminder and a promise. It reminds us of a time when craftsmanship defined credibility, and it promises a future where that craftsmanship evolves through precision engineering. In doing so, it closes the perceived gap between classic and contemporary. The Bobber's design language may look backward, but its performance philosophy looks straight ahead. For the broader motorcycle industry, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber sets a new standard of authenticity. It encourages other manufacturers to rethink what riders truly want. machines that speak to them, not at them. It demonstrates that there is still a strong appetite for design purity and mechanical transparency. The success of this motorcycle suggests that progress does not have to mean excess. Sometimes refinement is the most radical act. By redefining what a modern American cruiser can be, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber reshapes the conversation around identity, purpose, and longevity in motorcycle design. Ultimately, the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber is not about speed, horsepower, or even aesthetics. It is about balance, between engineering and emotion, between legacy and innovation, between individuality and community. It represents the idea that riding is not simply transportation but participation in something larger. A living tradition that evolves 1 mile at a time. In a world increasingly defined by screens and algorithms, machines like this remind us why the human element still matters. The story of the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber concludes where it began, with a pursuit of authenticity. It shows that progress is most powerful when it preserves the heartbeat of what came before. As riders lean into that first curve or roll through a quiet stretch of asphalt, they experience a connection that transcends machinery. That is the legacy of the 2024 Indian Scout Bobber. Not a tribute to the past, but a testament to how the past can continue to move us forward. And in that motion lies the enduring soul of the American cruiser.